Hi, I'm Kristin Woxland, a managing director at Colle McVoy, a full-service creative agency in Minneapolis and part of the Stagwell network. I'm here with my friend Pat.
And I'm Pat Burke. I am Senior Director of Go-to-Market Strategy at Roundel. Roundel is Target's retail media business. Super excited to be here today. It is beautiful outside.
It is beautiful, and there is a lot of conversation about retail media networks here at Cannes this year.
You can see the presence is significant, and we're excited to be a part of it.
That's great. Well, I'm excited to talk to you today, Pat, about demystifying retail media with full funnel thinking. According to the Trade Desk Intelligence Study of 2023, 61% of marketers said their top challenge involved using retail media networks is that they're only effective for low funnel marketing. Numerous brands really struggle to execute and believe in media's full funnel marketing with media networks. So excited to dig in and talk with you about that more today. Let's start though by talking more about, as brands consider their options with retail media networks, what distinguishes a retail media network from one another? Can you talk a little bit about what questions they should ask when they vet potential partners?
Yeah, I think I'd start by just talking a little bit about our business at Target, which I think what differentiates us starts with our team and our experience. You can trace the roots of our business actually back to 2007. So while retail media is a hot topic right now, we've been in the game for a long time. And through that, we have substantial technology and significant product capability that we're bringing to market for our partners. And we've got a team that knows this space inside and out. And so I think that's anything we talk about from a differentiation standpoint starts with our team and our experience. I think from there also for us at Target is the collaboration our business has with the other parts of Target. So you can think about how Roundel shows up with our Target merchandising org, with our Target marketing org, and really bringing those connections to bear on behalf of advertisers so they have a one Target approach with us. And then lastly, and I'll anchor to this, is our relationship at Target with our guests, who we call our Target shoppers, or our guests, is foundational to our business as Roundel. And so everything that we're doing from an advertising and media perspective needs to be additive to the relationship Target has with its guests. And through that, we take a more curated approach to reach those guests, both on our properties, Target's app, our website, our store, but also off property, which I know we'll talk a little bit more about full funnel, but thinking about how we can engage with those guests wherever they're shopping to really make that experience richer and then bring brands into the conversation with the halo impact of our Target bullseye.
Makes a lot of sense. The Target magic, pulling it all the way through. There's a lot of talk about innovation in the retail media network space. Can you talk about what innovations you've got cooking at Roundel?
There is a ton of talk about this. If you turn around, you'll find probably another press release about retail media and a new solution to market. And so we're in that game too. We're thinking about big innovation and in terms of what that can mean with the products and solutions we offer. But we also try to ground innovation in how we deliver outcomes for our brand partners. Because everything we need to do actually needs to drive to an outcome. It's one thing to have a splashy headline, but it's another to actually come to market with a product that can help an advertiser drive units off a Target shelf. That's really, really important. So when we think about innovation, first and foremost starts with how we actually enable our partners to work with us. So we launched Roundel Media Studio earlier this year. It is our first self-service buying capability. It starts with an ability for a partner to buy Target product ads, and it will expand over time. So we're really, really excited about that. I think beyond that, the other thing we're really focused on is our media offerings through our Target app and website. There's just so much we can do from a digital experience standpoint to better connect brands with our guests from a digital perspective, and then in-store. We're doing some testing with digital screens. We're doing some things from an experiential standpoint where we're bringing brands. And it's important to know that the digital and in-store experience really are converging.
So connected these days.
Yeah. 76% of Target guests are actually actively using the app when they're in store. 90% of Gen Z is. And so these things need to work together in one fashion. And the last thing I'll call out from an innovation standpoint is some things we're doing from a data science and measurement perspective, thinking about how we better utilize big data and machine learning to better power the media we're placing on behalf of our advertisers, and thinking about how we give them more robust measurement capabilities to understand the outcomes that we're delivering.
That's great. That's great. Let's talk a little bit more about full funnel then. So in what ways do you think marketers today are missing full funnel opportunities when it comes to retail media networks?
Yeah, you mentioned this at the top. I think if you're just effectively exclusively looking at retail media as a lower funnel vehicle, which is sponsored search on site or display on site, you're missing a broader picture. And I think it starts with like where the consumer shopping journey is evolving to. 75% of target guests are active on social media. 50% of Gen Z at large use social media as their primary discovery destination for what they're buying. And so if you're not involved in those channels and actively engaging with guests and shoppers at that part of the journey, then you're missing a big part of the picture. And so we know that. And what we can bring to the fold for our partners is an ability to connect with those guests up and down the marketing funnel. And our research shows that when you do that, you actually drive better outcomes. We've done research where we show individual campaigns where we include off-platform media and different social channels alongside on-platform media drives 35% higher ROAS on behalf of our partners. Other research that shows the number of channels you include in your media mix drives incrementality 1 to 2x beyond benchmarks. So this stuff works, and I think it starts, though, with that understanding of how the shopping journey has shifted.
Yeah, well, so speaking of outcomes and measurement, are there ways that marketers should be thinking differently about KPIs and measurement in this space, maybe in ways that would like spark more creative media usage?
Yep. I think the key, I would think, from a measurement standpoint is just an understanding that there is no one-size-fits-all or silver bullet. And so I'd actually encourage anyone who's using retail media is just start with the objective. What are you trying to achieve? And then that usually leads you into the right set of choices. And so if you're just trying to build awareness around a new product, well, let's not measure a campaign by ROAS. That may not be ultimately what you're trying to achieve. And I know that sounds simple, but it is ultimately the key to this is we can do a lot of different things. We have immense assets in terms of the media products and first-party data we have, but it needs to be deployed in a manner that's consistent with what you're trying to achieve. And if we don't do that, then the results don't look good, and then that leads into a different discussion. So that's my main take on measurement is just an understanding that it starts with the objective and what you're trying to achieve, and then we build from there.
Okay. Well, thank you, Pat. It's been a pleasure talking to you
This has
here
been
at
awesome.
Sport
Thanks, Kristin.
Beach. We'll see you out on the pickleball court later.
Yeah, I gotta go stretch.
Okay.